Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about Palantir stock news because Palantir has invested $25 million into an electric vehicle company named Faraday Future. So Palantir is going to help them construct an EV, which will then help Palantir gather more data. You will see what I mean in a moment. We will also address the alleged Palantir software glitch that allowed unauthorized analysts and an agent to access confidential documentation where the FBI is involved. Then lastly, we will go over PLTR stock price forecasts and some PLTR technical stock analysis updates. Go right now and smash the like button for more PLTR stock news. For those of you who always hit that like button, thank you so much, it helps me out a ton. Also, comment how much you think that PLTR stock will be worth 1 year from today. Turn on all subscription notifications to stay informed, and now let's make you some free money with Webull. Webull is a free brokerage app where you can buy and sell stocks, options, and cryptocurrencies. But right now, you can get 2 free stocks with Webull. You can get the first free stock, which can be worth anywhere from $2 to $250 for just creating an account. And you can get a second free stock, which can be worth up to $1,600 if you invest $100 or more on your first deposit. You will have a 1 in 100 chance of getting stocks like Facebook, Starbucks, or Snapchat, and you have a 1 in 50 chance of getting stocks like Google or Procter & Gamble. To get this offer, just press on the link in my description box down below, but do it quickly because this offer will not last forever. And without further ado, let's get into today's stories. Analytics and data mining company Palantir Technologies has invested $25 million into growth EV company named Faraday Future, which is a new startup electric vehicle company, ticker symbol FFIE. Faraday actually signed a contract agreement with Palantir for an undisclosed amount that will last 4 to 6 years in duration. Palantir's investment was a part of a private investment in public equity where Faraday Future raised approximately $795 million, which includes an investment from China's largest private automaker named Geely. Now, it's no surprise that Palantir is investing into a startup electric vehicle company because the electric vehicle market is extremely lucrative for investors. Plus, Palantir has invested into many special purpose acquisition and startup companies as of late. However, Palantir is genius for doing this because Palantir is making these companies reliant on their technology before these companies gain popularity. So Palantir is investing into these companies and they're going to get a return on their investment, and they're also locking these companies into contracts. But this company is a little different because Palantir is going to use Faraday Future for data collection purposes because their electric vehicles will gather loads of data for Palantir. Faraday's FF91 SUV, which is currently set to begin production in July of 2022, will be loaded with sensors and cameras both inside and outside that will not only make the vehicle fully autonomous, but it will also provide Palantir amazing data. For example, there are going to be cameras in every seat inside the vehicle that can perform facial recognition so the car itself can remember an individual's identity and have the ideal car conditions ready for that person, such as their ideal sitting position, car temperature, and media applications. Palantir will then use this data however they see fit. In other Palantir news, a secretive software program from Palantir that is used by the FBI allowed 4 unauthorized FBI employees to access data for more than a year. In a letter from the prosecutor, they said that Palantir is the one to blame for this computer glitch that allowed the information to be leaked. These FBI employees are made up of 3 analysts and 1 FBI agent. The secret information was at least accessed 4 different times from May of 2020 all the way to August of 2021. The prosecutors also wrote in a letter, and I quote, "When data is loaded onto the platform, the default setting is to permit access to the data to other FBI personnel, otherwise authorized to access the platform." The prosecutors then told Palantir to delete the data because they do not intend to use this information in their investigation regarding a hacker. However, a spokesperson for Palantir said this, and I quote, There was no glitch in the software. Our platform has robust access and security controls. The customer also has rigorous protocols established to protect search warrant returns, which in this case, the end user did not follow. End quote. So the Palantir spokesperson basically says it wasn't a glitch in our software, we did everything right and others did everything right. The problem was actually the users of the software itself. So in a nutshell, the FBI is improperly using Palantir's software, and that's why we had a leakage of information. A privacy and civil rights group representative said this, and I quote, "Since this same issue will happen whenever documents are uploaded with the default settings, and since there doesn't seem to be any sort of automated notice when they have been improperly accessed, this suggests that it's happening a lot more than just this one case." End quote. So who do you think is at fault here? Do you think the end user, which is the FBI, is at fault because they didn't check this earlier, or do you think Palantir is at fault because they don't have a notice that this is actually going to happen if it's improperly used? Despite this relatively negative news story, Palantir stock did not react negatively, and instead it actually rallied at 2%. Now this could be because not many people know about this news story yet, or it's because investors honestly do not care because they think the fault lies more on the FBI, who is the person using the software instead of the software developer themselves. Or maybe it was because of their Palantir spokesperson who basically had an airtight rebuttal saying that there is no mistake on Palantir's end, it's user error. Regardless of the reason, it's good to see the PLTR stock price rally, especially after the company came off of strong financial results where their free cash flow doubled from $150 million to $300 million. But even if the stock price does dip when this news is more well known, I will treat it as a great buying opportunity. Currently, the PLTR stock is looking bullish, and right now, the bulls need to focus on breaking through the resistance level at $27.49. But first, we have to break the smaller resistance that we see around $25.75. The moving average convergence divergence, also known as the MACD, is crossed into a bullish signal, which is great news. The best part about this is if PLTR stock does break their resistance levels, the stock price would surge right into $31.34 due to the stock filling the volume gap. But what do you all think? Will the PLTR stock reach $31 this year? Comment your thoughts down below. Remember to like this video, especially if you made it all the way to the end. Don't forget to turn on all subscription notifications to stay informed, and I will see you in the next YT video.